I welcome all of you to the lecture session on chemistry. This session is only for competitive exam. So here we will discuss only some basic aspects of some important chemistry chapters. So we start with the chapters which is the very basic, very primitive things, that is the nature of matter. Now, the substance or chemical substance is a kind of matter that cannot be separated into other kinds of matter by any physical process. The example of substance are gold, silver, iron, sodium chloride, calcium carbonate, etc. The pure substance is one that is a single substance and has a uniform composition. Such a substance always have the same texture and taste. As an example, water, salt, sugar, etc. Now, how to test the purity of a substance? The purity of a substance can easily be checked by checking its melting points in case of a solid substance or by checking its boiling points in case of a liquid substance. Now, there are two different types of pure substance. One is element and other one is compound. An element is a substance which cannot be split up into two or more simpler substances by usual chemical methods of applying heat, light or electrical energy. As an example of elements, we can take the name of hydrogen, oxygen, sodium, chlorine, etc. On the other hand, a compound is a substance made up of two or more elements chemically combined in a fixed ratio by weight. As an example, water, which has hydrogen, 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen, sodium chloride, NaCl, which has 1 sodium, 1 chlorine. Then mixture. A mixture is a substance which consists of two or more elements or compounds not chemically combined together. Like air is a mixture of nitrogen, oxygen, inert gases, water vapor, carbon dioxide, etc. And that there are two types of mixtures: homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture has a uniform composition throughout and its component cannot be distinguished visually. For instance, a well-mixed sample of vinegar. And heterogeneous mixture is one that is not uniform throughout. Different samples of a heterogeneous mixture may have different composition. For instance, a mixture of salt and pepper. The solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances whose composition can be varied. As an example, solution of common salt in water, solution of ammonia in water. Some other examples are lemonade, Coke, Pepsi, etc. Now the question is how to separate the components from a mixture. The various methods are used for separating the constituents of a mixture. Depending upon the type of mixture, like whether it is homogeneous mixture or heterogeneous mixture, different methods used. In this table, we will come across different separation methods based on the nature of mixture. Like, as you can see, if the mixture is insoluble solid in solvent, then the separation method is sedimentation followed by filtration. Very, very important, this table. Then if the mixture is a solution of solid in liquid, then the separation method is evaporation, crystallization, distillation. If mixture is a miscible mixture of liquids, then the separation method is fractional distillation. Similarly, for immiscible mixture of liquid, separation method is separating funnel. And mixture of two solids, one of which is sublime, the separation method is sublimation, and mixture of substances in solution, the separation method is chromatography. When we are talking about solution, it has broadly two components, solute and solvent. The component of solution that is dissolved and present in smaller quantities in a solution is known as solute. As an example, common salt in case of solution of common salt in water, and ammonia in case of solution of ammonia in water. And solvent is a component of solution in which solute is dissolved. It is always present in larger amount in a solution. For instance, water in case of the solution of common salt and or ammonia in water. Now, solution can be of two types: saturated solution, unsaturated solution. A solution in which no more solute can be dissolved at the same temperature is called saturated solution. And if it is a solution in which more solute can be dissolved at the same temperature is called unsaturated solution. There is also another type which is called supersaturated solution. It is a solution which contains more mass of the dissolved solute than the saturated solution at the same temperature and pressure. Now let us see what is alloy. Alloys are homogeneous mixture of metal and cannot be separated into their components by physical methods. For instance, brass is a mixture of copper and zinc. Then the concentration, how to measure the concentration of a solution? The concentration of a solution is the amount of solute present in a given amount of a solution, or the amount of solute dissolved in a given mass or volume of a solvent. Numerically, the concentration of a solution is equal to the amount of solute divided by amount of solvent. The solubility is defined as the amount of solute dissolved in 100 gram of solvent to form a saturated solution. Now there are some other terms and the other definitions which are very important, like suspension and colloidal solution. These are also different types of mixture, suspension and colloidal solution. Now suspension is a non-homogeneous mixture in which solids are dispersed in liquid. In it, the solute particles do not dissolve but remain suspended throughout the bulk of the medium. And a colloidal solution is a heterogeneous mixture. The size of particles of a colloid is intermediate between true solutions and suspensions. The particles of a colloid cannot be seen with naked eye. The types of colloidal solution are basically of two types. Since colloidal solution is a heterogeneous mixture, it consists of two phases. This is a dispersed phase and dispersion medium. The dispersed phase are the colloidal particles, and dispersion medium is medium in which the colloidal particles are dispersed. The emulsion are basically liquid to liquid colloids. There are two types of emulsion, water in oil and oil in water. Emulsifiers are those substances that help in forming stable emulsions of oil and water. For instance, milk, cod liver oil, cold creams, vanishing creams, moisturizing cream, paints, etc. These all are examples of emulsifiers. During the physical change, no new substance is formed and there is no change in the chemical properties of the substance. That kind of process are known as the physical change. But when the chemical change occurs, such a change is accompanied by change in chemical properties and formation of new substance. Now we will understand the elements are a type of pure substance, An element is a substance that cannot be split into two or more simpler substances by usual chemical methods. The elements have been divided into broadly two categories, metals and non-metals. The metals have, like, these are solids, but mercury is a metal but it is a liquid, that is an exception. And the other solids like sodium, potassium, gold, silver, these are all examples of metals. All non-metals are solids or gases. Bromine is an exception as it is a liquid non-metal. Hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, bromine, chlorine, iodine, these all are examples of non-metals. And as we have already mentioned, that the compounds means these are composition of some elements like water. It has 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen, and that forms the compound water.